Hello, Massachusetts! It's been a while for us. We're coming to you from Springfield, Massachusetts, and today we are going into the world of Dr. Seuss. As we have at the beginning of our day, it's going to be a Seuss day. Here's our first glimpse. I think we've got the rear end side of Horton. This is great. They have a plaque over here. Dr. Seuss National Memorial at the Quadrangle. Theodore Seuss Geisel, known to the world as beloved children's author and illustrator Dr. Seuss, was born in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1904 and drew much of his early inspiration from his hometown. May this memorial serve to spark creativity in future generations. Now, I love that you can actually walk through it and everything, but as a young kid, our librarian in elementary school would read these, Green Eggs and Ham, would read these stories to us, and I just thought they were so clever. I still do. I still think that the illustrations were fantastic, the stories, the rhyming. I just loved it all. Fun. I can't wait to see the museum. This is so freaking cool. Cindy Lou Who? See, they have a little walkway ramp up here, so you can walk on it. It just says please not climb on it. Wonderful. And then there's another entrance you can walk in from over there. That's where the plaque was we read. And it's all built on like pages from a book folding up. That is so cool. And then right over here, they have a statue of Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat. Look at that, the little house below him as part of the chair. I know they tried to cancel Dr. Seuss, but screw them. You can't cancel Dr. Seuss, in my opinion. I love it. And then one last thing, you can actually sit in that chair right there by the Grinch. And when you sit and take the photo, the book is actually Oh, the Places You'll Go. This is so cool, and we haven't even walked into the museum yet. And the museum is that big blue arch behind. So without further ado, let's go see some Who's. Here's a photo of Dr. Seuss working at his table that he's memorialized in that statue. This, I didn't notice this side of the book. The book with all the open pages from Oh, the Places You'll Go. Wowza. Just one of those days where we all get to feel like a kid again. So I would definitely say The Places You'll Go, Oh, the Places You'll Go, was very influential in my life. I feel like I live that every day. Let's go on in and see the museum. I can't wait. The amazing world of Dr. Seuss. And then as you walk up to the front door, they have a picture of him right above the doorway. Wow, what a chandelier. It's all the stories everywhere you look, going up and down the museum. Oh, the places you'll go. How cool is this? Everything from the floor to the walls. Of course I think it's for kids, but the books were for kids, so Life did not always go the way you planned, but with hard work and passion, you can succeed. So they want you to write a goal down here. And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. It's a really good way of teaching your kids and getting them into the stories. Isn't that cool? And it's just all connecting. You can sit down anytime you want, just start reading one of the books. Or you can follow the trail and move along to see Horton and the gang. Kangaroo. Horton's Whoville Band. Here you'll find Horton in a field of bright flowers. Do you see the Wickersham brothers? Vladikoff and the kangaroos too. Find that sneered the bird, but I think you will fail. And he left with a flip of his black bottom tail. They're the brothers. And the kangaroo. Now, where is this taking us? Stacking turtle game. Because that is a stack of turtles. Gertrude McFuzz. Wow. There's the Lorax. And you can step on all those little turtle shells. They're all like rubberized. Maybe not rubberized. Oh wow. Take a ride on Mr. Gum's 7-Hump Wump. The 7-Hump Wump appears in Dr. Seuss book 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Can you count the humps on the wump? Imagine how fast the wump is moving. What would you see if you rode a wump? He doesn't look too enthused, does he? 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a little star. This one has a little car. Say what a lot of fish there are. Oh, this was right behind us. That is really cool. Trying to show you guys everything. And they have little rhymes on the screen that you can play to learn, as well as games over here. You just sit at the blocks. But then look over here. The Cat in the Hat. I love it. Meet the Cat in the Hat and the Thing 1, Thing 2. Look at him juggling all that. Have you heard of the mischievous Cat in the Hat? Ted Kiesel's most popular book, The Cat in the Hat, was published in 1957, and Dr. Seuss quickly became a sensation in households across America. Today, The Cat in the Hat has been translated into more than 12 different languages. Continues to enthrall audiences young and old. Thanks, Cat in the Hat. Man, what a setup in here. Isn't that cool? You got that. You got the wump. A yawning yellow yak, young Yolanda Jorgensen is yelling on his back. This whole wall is Cat in the Hat. Can you get in that? It says Readingville. Ted became a teenager and then a grown-up, but he never let his imagination fall into a rut. Follow the red and white path through Readingville, where you'll discover the rhymes and pictures that became Dr. Seuss storybook fixtures. here we are. Maybe Christmas, he thought? He doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. As we are at the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. There's this Christmas tree. It says, help the Grinch bring back the toys to all Whoville girls and boys. So, we're gonna help. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. You didn't ruin Christmas, Mr. Grinch. There's Cindy Lou Who. And we will follow. Looks like there's a downstairs. We will hit that last. So let's follow this. Whoa! Wow! Mr. Groove's Zoo. Wow, they all cheer. What is this zoo? Must be worth its Galdarnus Zoo on the face of the earth. Here's the zookeeper letting the animals out. Why are you doing that? There's the lion and tiger. Here's the front of the Forest Park Zoo, Mr. McGrew's Zoo. Zoo and Forest Park kept animals that were interested and new. Ted visited animals often, so should you. There you can even sit with the Cat in the Hat. Or you can play tic-tac-toe on his stomach. Then over here, the Moose Juice and Goose Juice Brewery. Take a look inside, see what is being bottled right before your eyes. Conveyor belts and pipes can be found within the factory, where they help to make drinks that are quite satisfactory. Ted's grandfather, Giesel, owned a brewery too. It was frequented by townspeople and more than a few. So that's what he's talking about. They're making goose juice. Then over here you can just hang out and watch the fish. Go fishing in the fishing pool, it says. You can see the little fish heads coming out of there. It says on the wall, on sunny summer days, Ted and his father went fishing. Father and son looked out for tails and fins swishing. Ted imagined catching fish of all colors and sizes. Later, Ted would write a book about these imagined prizes. There were fish with checkered bellies, fish made of jelly. There were even fish with whiskers and fish with friskers. So we'll leave the zoo and follow our path. Actually, this is all attributed to Ted. Some of his art. Ted's mother, Henrietta, worked at the bakery too. She never forgot the jingle she sang to help the family make do. The song went like this, and it was rhythmic, oh gosh. Apple, mince, lemon, peach, apricot, pineapple, blueberry, coconut, custard, and squash. Dr. Seuss Bakery. Very cool. Let's go on in. You can see a better view of it. The Seuss Bakery. It says Ted's grandmother and grandfather's last name was Seuss. They lived in Springfield and owned a bakery that was put to good use. The bakery made pretzels and custards, and best of all, pies. The treats were scrumptious and they were nearly too many to categorize. See, we've got some pies right over here in the windowsill. Very cool. I love that they put that in there. And then this, I guess, was the, it says Young Ted's bedroom. So you've got family photos over here on the walls. And you've got the bed over here. The Ted's boyhood kingdom was his little bedroom, a place for stories and dreaming, even costumes. With many thoughts of Springfield stored in his head, Ted often found it hard to go to bed. Ted made oodles and doodles all over his walls. There were creatures and castles, silly staircases and all. There's his fishing stuff. And then all the books that he would read.
Family photographs.
And these are the doodles all over the walls. And that was his bedroom inside of his house. So here they even recreated the outside of the house right there. Ted's family home on 74 Fairfield Street. Mom, Pop, Ted, and Sister Marnie lived in a house with a porch and 3 floors. And on this wall they have a castle and it says unusual buildings in Springfield caught Ted's eye. The castle, like Howard Street Armory, didn't pass him by. Its round towers and curved windows were just the start. The neighborhood was really the very best part. Ted's grandmother and grandfather Seuss lived in the area too, where they ran a bakery with pies and no one could outdo. This is just so great. I love the way they did this. They even have this. It says, in the city of Springfield, there's a great big park where a man named Everett Barney left his mark. The Barney Mausoleum boasts 2 curving staircases. Young Ted visited this monument on a regular basis. The sphinxes that guard the stairs are both lions and men. You can ask them for permission to enter, but they'll never say when. So he incorporated all this stuff into his art. When you come back out, I didn't notice this when we walked in, but so let's head upstairs. Of course, all the walls are painted all the way up. The scouting patches from when he was a little kid. These are his bow ties. And then these are some of his sculptures. A unicorn sculpture he made. Inspired by what he saw at the zoo. So as we get to the top of the staircase is Ted, Dr. Seuss. And they have his personal belongings. Look at this. From inside of his house. Wow. His Emmy. Wow. They even have photos of him sitting on the couch. Looks like they had it reupholstered. Because at one time it was, here you can see over here, it was brown, but then they have other pictures of him laying on it when it was red. And then it shows where he and his wife are holding hands right here at this spot. In that photo. And then that photo over there was them laying on the bed. Look over here, a little Horton in the corner. This is really great. This is so cool that they did this. I was kind of wondering after seeing the ground floor what they would have up here. They were kind of hippies. Bohemians. Geisel's Grove is what that sign says up there. And then they even had some of his own characters over here. And another one of his sculptures. And then in here, all of his colored pencils and art supplies. Right next to his desk with his Batman red telephone. And where he would draw everything. How cool is that? Seuss Navy. That is awesome. Somebody will be watching this complaining about the screaming kids. Hey, It's Dr. Seuss, what do you expect? Sorry. And they have a whole room full of original drawings. Here's some of the family furniture and more of his art. There's a cat in a hat. Okay, I'll show you. Then here they have some of the molds showing how they made the statues in the park that we saw. They have a little bench here you can sit and take a photo with all that stuff, but they show you the process of how it was made. You're really missing out if you don't find a way to get here. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. And there they are. Let's go downstairs. You have not been here yet. Think and wonder, wonder and think, how much water can 55 elephants drink? Glass Seuss pets. And speaking of plants, you should be greatly gladish you're not Farmer Falkenberg's 17th radish. Did I ever tell you how lucky you are? And why is it so many things go to the right? You can think about that until Saturday night. That's awesome. And you don't have to stop. You can think about schlop, 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 beautiful schlop with a cherry on top. That chandelier is just unbelievable, that horn chandelier, I love it. Keeping things safe here on Mulberry Street. I'm definitely glad I went there today. That was a lot of fun. I can't recommend that enough. That's fun for kids and adults. I can't call it a day. I know you guys want to see Ja, so let's go say hi to Ja before we call it. What an amazing world it is inside this building. And goodbye to you, Mr. Lorax. You got it. I'd say you were doing pretty good without me. You didn't miss me at all, did you, Ja? You had a treat, you got a treat, so you didn't care if I was gone. You didn't care what museum I was at, did you? Good grief. Well, my friends, we're going to call it a day. Now that you got to see Ja, I hope you're all happy. Thank you for watching. We will see you all next time. Have a great night, and goodbye.